Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're going to be taking a look at some of the dangerous or deadly heat that could be possible across portions of the nation throughout the next few days, as well as some other things going on like the tropics. Anyways, let's get on with today's video. As you can see, severe weather will be possible across portions of the nation here. Specifically portions of the plains here into Montana, as well as portions of the Great Lakes into the mid-Atlantic. Now, what kinds of severe weather this will be a tornado threat, mainly for areas in Nebraska here, but a 2% threat does extend from the Great Lakes region all the way up into Montana here. So here we could see the wind threat. So we can see we do have like 4 separate wind threats, one here for the Nebraska area, one here for the Montana North Dakota area, one here for the Great Lakes region, and one here for the mid-Atlantic area here. We do have a broader 5% risk of severe wind across the nation here. Now, day 2 outlook, this is tomorrow. We do have 2 slight risks of severe weather possible across portions of the nation here. This one does include the Boston area, and this one does include North and South Dakota here. Now, tornado threat, not going to be too much of a problem, but tomorrow the wind threat, those 15% areas, this is where you need to be keeping an eye on the weather here. Especially even if you live in the 5% areas. For hail, 5% risk for the area of Boston, and then a 5% risk for the Plains region here, and then a 15% risk for the slight risk area there. So, anyways, that was for hail, I believe. Yeah, that was for hail. Let's look at the day 3 outlook. We have a marginal risk for severe weather over here in the southeast, as well as a marginal risk for severe weather out here in the plains. Now, the National Hurricane Center. This is another important topic that we're going to be covering in this video, the National Hurricane Center here. 10% chance in the next 2 days and 20% chance in the next 7 days of this one forming in the Atlantic here. So we could see here where the tropical system is developing, and it looks like it's heading off to the northeast here into this area. I'm not sure of like the projected track, but I know it's generally in this area heading off to the northeast. And that was for the Atlantic. Now for Hawaii and for the eastern Pacific here, there is a threat. 20% chance in the next 2 days and 30% chance in the next 7 days of a tropical system developing towards the Hawaii area. Let's see. Now, Weatherwise, credit to them for these next few things I'm going to be showing you. Thank you to them for letting me use their products in my videos. But as you can see, the tropical wave or disturbance moving through the Atlantic here. So this is the infrared satellite, so you can see here the band of disturbances, and definitely something that you should keep an eye on. Especially if you live in areas in the Caribbean in here, as it does look to be heading towards that area. Now for the Pacific disturbance, you could see the tropical wave in here. Now, let's see. As far as radar goes, I'm just going to look at the composite radar for in the United States here. We actually do have a severe thunderstorm warning for North Carolina right now. That's about it for. It looks like that's about it for severe weather. Anyway, the Climate Prediction Center 6 to 10 day outlooks. This is valid from the 24th through the 28th here. And you can see the west coast hanging on to below normal temperatures here. And then pretty much everywhere else in the nation has above average temperatures here. So this is for the 24th through the 28th here. 6 to 10 day precipitation, 24th through the 28th. Below average precipitation for the southwest here. Above average for the northwest, above average for the Great Lakes, above average for Louisiana here, above average for below average for portions of the East Coast here, and pretty much everywhere else near normal. So, Climate Prediction Center 8 to 14 day outlook, July 26th through August 1st. It's crazy we're getting that close to the end of summer here. Pretty much all of the nation above average temperature wise and below average temperature wise here there in Maine. So let's see. So if you do live in like a lot of these areas here, specifically in here, I'm sure some areas outside of pretty much like in here, there could be deadly heat or dangerous heat. That's possible. But looking at the precipitation map here, below normal precipitation for areas in the southwest, even going all the way into the eastern plains here. And above average precipitation for portions of the southeast here, southeast coast, even up into the mid-Atlantic there. Here in the upper Midwest northern plains area, above average precipitation, as well as this area out towards the Pacific Northwest. Now let's take a look at the Weather Prediction Center. There is a risk for flash flooding throughout some of the regions of the east here, as well as a risk for severe weather for some of these regions, as well as in the plains here. Now, this is valid from 8 a.m. today till 8 a.m. tomorrow Eastern Time. This is valid from 8 a.m. tomorrow till 8 a.m. the 21st Eastern Time. So, flash flooding once again possible for areas in the southeast here, even out towards the plains, as well as in the northern plains. And then also risk of severe weather for portions of the plains as well as portions in the northeast there into the New England area. Now, let's take a look at the National Weather Service watch warning advisories. Here we do have extreme heat warnings and watches that are issued here. And then here we do have heat advisories that are issued here for I believe some areas up to 105, and for the extreme heat warnings and watches, I believe some areas up to like 106 to 108 or something like that. And then as well as for the southeast coast here, we do have heat advisories out in effect here. Storm Prediction Center mesoscale discussions out here for the mid-Atlantic region here down into North Carolina. Developing thunderstorms gradually intensify through the late afternoon and should eventually pose a severe wind risk. Watch issuance 60%. 55 to 70 miles per hour peak wind, hail 1.25 inches or less in diameter. So something to keep an eye on there if you live in that area. Now you see the extreme heat that will be possible for portions of the southeast, even up towards the plains here. Hazardous heat, and then hazardous heavy rain possible for these two areas. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. But one more thing before you go, EpicPen, you should check them out. You can get the free version or the $2 a month version for fading ink, on-screen text, as well as whiteboard and blackboard, and more colors, as well as arrows, squares, circles, and lines. So anyways, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.